Shalom, Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sound April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General Yohana's putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time, sending curses to them enemies.
Shalom, that again Israel. It's the Lord's 54th annual Passover in North Carolina.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do. Huh?
The Isupk under Commander General Yohana will be hosting the Lord's 54th annual Passover in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Convention Center.
We not Christians, watch your mouth. Have them angels in your house. And them people bring you out.
This is something that you do not want to miss. Make sure that y'all bring the entire family.
Oh, you think I'm bullshitting? Wait till I get with you. If I gotta go to ground, I'ma shut the town down. I ain't about to stop until I hear stand down. All you gonna see is a lot of man down.
The Downtown Raleigh Convention Center.
We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground. You dealing with the menopause.
For Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Go to isupk.com to purchase your tickets today. $200 per every adult over the age of 17 years old.
We are not the same. No, we not related. I'm not stuck on living. Death is a vacation. My camp undefeated. You cannot debate. You just want the clout.
The
We just
Lord's
want the grace.
54th annual Passover. You don't want to miss this. Pull yourself. Pull yourself.
Hey, Shalom Israel. This is a public service announcement to all the sisters out there. You already know what time it is. Them Passover corsages is blooming absolutely right this year. If you a married sister, rock that red corsage. And for all the single sisters out there, the white corsage was made just for you. Stop playing. You cannot be Passover ready without rocking one of these. Just $10 to complete that fit for the Lord's 54th annual Passover. Pre-order yours now. Click the link below for more info. For just $10, I got a feeling that this is just the right batch of flowers to have you looking on point and official. Sisters, make it your business to get you one, and we hope to see you there. Shalom, Israel.
So I spit choo-choo, I change the whole thing. Taking my style, I'm far from a language, just want me put it down, baby. She on the road, can get around in my coupe, me and you, we just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you, and we can try. So I spit choo-choo, I change the whole thing. Taking my style, I'm far from a language, just want me put it.
For this all black party hosted by Commanding General Yohana and the Isupk. This year, it's going down in Durham, North Carolina at the Durham Armory. Last year, brothers and sisters came out from all over the world. It was a packed house to celebrate the 2022 Hebrew Academy graduates. These brothers faced life and death, and as a result, they were honored on this night for their sacrifice and their victory at the gauntlet. But wait, this year it's going down. There will be a Hebrew concert featuring Captain Akai, 144 the Rebel, King Ty, Captain Ty Ward, Lost Tribes, Captain Katazai, I Won Your Allah, also known as Dopey, and Officer Natazai, UPK Natazai, and much more. It's going to be an open bar. Make sure that you get your tickets. It's going down this year, 2023, the 54th annual Passover and the annual All Black Party, hosted by Commanding General Yohana and the Isupk. Still blessed, still rise.
Black and brown demographic and others in general would find the SPLC's labeling of you as a hate group. Is there any truth to that? Are y'all a hate group?
That is absolutely untrue. The Southern Poverty Law Center calls us a hate group because we bring up the crimes that's done to blacks and Latinos, which is ridiculous. Like if you call us a hate group, then why aren't you calling YPD a hate group or the Los Angeles Police Department? I ain't killed nobody. I ain't dragged nobody out their car. I ain't split nobody's head open. I didn't rape no women, on a car stop. I ain't mass incarcerating and planting drugs on people. How you gonna call us a hate group, but you ain't gonna call? Listen, matter of fact, you got to call the whole United States a hate group at this point. So how you gonna say that? So see, they call us a hate group because we turn around and say the white man is the devil for the things that he's done. The word devil just means adversary. This man has been an adversary to black and brown people for the last 400 years, and it hasn't let up yet. All the crimes that have been committed, you gotta.
Shalom, Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover year, Sunday for all of us. The Lord's 54th. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now it's that time again. Commander General Yohana's putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait to the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time to curse to them enemies.
Ready? All right, clap it up. All right, so who we have on? Charlotte and Shalom Akim. Overtime. Fayetteville. Get him a call, right? All right, what would the brother from Bahamas? You send him the link too? Okay, that's fine. All right, let's get it in. All right, so you all know what we're in here for today, right? What's the feast day we're celebrating today? Come on. Purim. What's it in the Hebrew? Get it for me. Know what it is in the Hebrew. And it's about what? It's based on what? On dice being thrown. You understand? Right? And we're going to sit down here today and we're going to what? We're going to remember. You understand? A brave sister and a brave what? And a brave brother. You understand? But especially that sister Esther, what she did for her people. You know what I mean? That way in which, you know what I mean, so many of our sisters could learn from examples like these in the Bible. All right. So we all want to start more for Esther 1 and we'll start at 1 and we're going to jump through it, right? So now we have 2 days to get through it. All right. So we'll be jumping around. All right. Now, and what is so significant about this day also too is in that you have a heathen who is trying to do what? Who is trying to not just slaughter one brother, but trying to slaughter an entire nation. You understand? It's like somebody who you know what I mean, who has the power to, you know what I mean, put us to death, basically. Like this cat was what? Just below the king. Had all the power in the world, but wanted to wield that power to kill a nation. You understand? Yeah, over something that was slight. But these heathen wants you to do what? Wants you to worship them. And if you don't worship them, it's to the point whereas you are useless. That's like Dilbert. Remember that cartoon character? When he said what we did a lot for black people and they ain't showing us no love, we can't save them. And to stay the F away from black people. You understand? Oh, because all of us ain't what? Bowing down to you and saying, oh, Dilbert, you the best, this, that, the other, ain't giving you respect that you want. Just like Haman. You understand? And then you got, what's his name? I don't know if you all was looking at the this trial that was on TV going on, right? You know what I'm talking about? Yes. His wife and his son. Right. That's the murder trial. You understand? He was a lawyer. He was putting you in jail. And guess the same jail he put you in, guess what? He going in there for life. You understand? For life. Serving 2 consecutive life terms for killing his wife and his son. You understand? All these traps that these heathens try to put forth for you, guess what? They're making it for themselves. You understand? And that's like, I don't know if you all heard about this one. Yeah, you all heard about this for sure. The Republican in Tennessee that wants to bring back the lynching. You understand? Guess what? Them dollars going to be made for you, you bastard. Right. Just like Haman. You understand? You want to erect a gallows for blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians. That gallows is going to be for you and for your family. You understand? Come on. Yeah. Yeah, they want to take it all the way back there. You understand? Who got Esther for me? Go ahead, start it for me. Yeah, we're gonna start from 1. We're gonna run down some of these stories. Just you go ahead and read for now. He go hook the mic up.
The book of Esther, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus, this Ahasuerus, which reigned from India.
1 minute, right? Hey, you brothers in Charlotte, you're hearing them?
We hear you loud and clear, sir, but we don't hear the reader.
All right. So somebody in Charlotte, take it from me. Until we get the mic squared away here.
Salaki, Captain, I thought.
Yeah.
We can hear you, but I can't see you on the screen, sir.
Meaning I hide behind the stuff?
Say again, sir. I just can't see you on the screen. I see Charlotte, but I don't. There you go, sir. I see you now.
Okay. All right, solid. I'm gonna be like, yeah, you making fun of my color or something? Or? Trying to say I blended in with the background, huh? All right. Mike situation taken care of. Okay. Fayetteville, or Charlotte, take it from me.
Oh, you got it. Khan. We're gonna start at verse 1, sir.
No, sir. They'll come in when it's time. Go ahead.
Khan. This is the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 1. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus.
Go ahead.
Which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia over 107 and 20 provinces.
Right. So which means this cat had what? A large kingdom. He was extremely powerful, lad. And he was extremely powerful. Right? Read on.
Verse 2. That in those days when the king Ahasuerus sat at the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan, the palace.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Verse 3. In the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants. The power of Persia and Media, the nobles and princes of the provinces being before him.
Right. You understand? So he was throwing in what? A big bash, a big party. Understand? He had a powerful kingdom and he was throwing this big party. Right? Read on.
Verse 4. When he shewed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty many days, even 180 days. Verse 5.
180 days. They was having a ball. You understand? Having a ball. Read on.
Verse 5. And when these days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan the palace, both unto great and small, 7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace. Verse 6. On. Where were white, green, and blue hangings, fastened with cords of fine linen and purple to silver rings and pillars of marble.
So there's describing the outlay of it, right? How it looked. You know what I mean? It giving a painting a picture of, you know what I mean, how he decorated the zone, right? Skip down to verse 8.
Khan. This is the book of Esther, chapter 1 and verse 8. And the drinking was according to the law. None did compel. For so the king had appointed to all the officers of his house that they should do according to every man's pleasure.
Every man's pleasure. You understand? Read on.
Verse 9.
These are not what? These are not Israelites. You understand? Read on.
Khan. Verse 9. Also Vashti, the queen, made a feast for the women in the royal house, which belonged to the king Ahasuerus.
So she had something for who? For the woman, right? And just for a minute, right? You all know you all could start eating, right? If you all want. All right, don't wait. All right, you all could start. Go ahead.
Khan, verse 10. On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mahuman.
Hold on, where?
At the beginning of verse 10.
Go ahead.
He commanded Mahuman, Bishta, Habanah, Bigtha, and Abagtha, Zethar, and Sarkis, the 7 chamberlains that served in the presence of Ahasuerus the king.
Go on.
Verse 11. To bring Vishta the queen before the king with the crown royal, to show the people, the prince, her beauty, for she was fair to look on.
So he fits into do what? He fit in to show his joint off, his woman off to the whole kingdom. You understand? He's trying to show them this beauty, whatever that is. Come on.
Verse 12. But the queen Vishti refused to come at the king's command.
She what?
But the queen Vishta refused to come at the king's command.
She refused to come at the king's command. King commanded her to do what? To come here. And she what? She refused. Right, read on.
Khan, by his chamberlains. Therefore was she king very wroth. Salakia. Therefore was the king very wroth, and his anger burned in him.
Was the king very what?
And his anger burned in him.
Right. He was very what? Angry. He was hot. Right, Maya. Let's come and check and see if there's anybody sitting in the back there. Trying to come in. Go ahead.
Khan, we're in the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 13. Then the king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner towards all that knew law and judgment.
There's some Salaki Maya. Let's switch your time. Tabo one. Just tell them what you're doing. They'll let them deal with that. You come and deal with the computer. All right. And really and truly, Maya, that the guard duty. Yeah. All right. The incense, everything, that the guard duty. Go ahead, start over that verse from by Allah.
Khan. This is the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 13. Then the king said to the wise men, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner towards all that knew the law and judgment. Verse 14. And the next unto him was Karshina, Shethar, Amatha, Tarshish, Miresh, Marshina, and Mumankan, the 7 princes of Persia and Media.
Skip to verse 16. So we're going to start skipping along. All right, skip to verse 16.
Khan. This is the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 16. And Memucan answered before the king and the princes, Vishta the queen have not done wrong to the king only, but also to the princes.
All right, and these were black, sisters gonna have to understand. You understand? You deal with, you deal with her brother. One sister deal with her brother a certain way. It's not just one brother alone is going to be affected. It's going to be the entire nation that's going to be affected by the way you deal with that brother. You understand? You see how these sisters acting right now. You know what I mean? You turn on TikTok and you see them shaking the tail, doing whatever to get views and likes. You understand? That ain't just one. That is going to look at the nation is going to be looked at as what? Pimps and hoes, drug dealers. You understand? Right? Read on.
Khan. Vashti the queen have not done wrong to the king only, but also to all the princes, and to all the people that were in the provinces of the king Ahasuerus. Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all the women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes,
So
when it shall
what?
be reported.
They shall what?
Verse 17, for this deed of all the queens shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes, when it shall be reported.
They're going to despise their husbands in their eyes. What is that saying? Come on.
They're going to be disrespectful, out of order.
Yes, they're going to be out of order. So this one woman who did not follow the orders of the king is going to cause what? A ripple effect, a domino effect to happen in these houses. That's what he's saying. You understand? Read on.
Khan. The king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti, the queen, to be brought in before him, but she came not. Verse 18.
It's a very rude woman. You understand? She came what? She came not. For you passport bros. You understand? For you passport bros who want to go leave and say you getting a passport, not just to go travel, but just to go get a woman that is not your sister. That is not, not your don't look like your mom. You understand? You want to go get, some Taiwanese, or, something, that is different. You understand? This is what you're going to run into. You're going to run into some Vashti, and then you're going to realize, you know what? I should just stay home. You understand? Read on.
Khan, verse 18. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes, which have heard of the deed of the queen. Thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath.
You understand? Like our woman, in this Bible ain't trained like Vashti and them. You understand? These daughters of Zion, they, you know what I mean, they're totally different. It's almost like we switch places. Now we acting worse off than these heathens, these sisters. You understand? Acting worse off than Vashti. When Vashti and them, they're the rude ones. They're the ones who, you know what I mean, who, you know what I mean, talk rude to their husband, don't want to cook, can't cook. You understand? They just want to do whatever they want to do. You understand? Like the you all know the history on the bikinis. The bikinis come from?
Salaka, sir.
Come on.
I believe it comes from when America bombed Bikini Island.
Bikini Island? No. No. Where bikinis come from? See if we could get the history on it. Let's pull it up and see where it come from. Remember, 50 years or 60 years ago, our women weren't dressing like they're dressing today. You understand? They wore what? Dresses and what? Skirts that had their head covered. You understand? Today is a totally different, you know what I mean? You go to a designer school, the less clothes you have, you will be a top designer. You design, you have some strap about what, 6 inches going across a woman's chest. And you're a designer. You work in some department for Versace. You understand? You what's the dude that what's his name? That I don't think he was a designer though. What's his name? Jay-Z. Who Jay-Z following after? I forget him. Pick what? But he wasn't a designer, right? He was a painter. Oh, okay. Right, yeah. But you want to become, you know what I mean, like to become a top designer in this place, you're literally gonna have to throw out modest. I mean, you have a woman in a skirt and covered up, they're gonna look at you like, what we doing here? What's this? This is conservative. This is what? This is, we call them people, right? Not old fashioned. Them and not hillbillies. We call them Mormons. Yeah, you're Mormon. You know what I mean? Or one of them groups. I forget that other group they have out there. Yeah, Amish. And there's another one they had on Netflix where he was just having sex with every woman, every child he could lay his eyes on. You know what I mean? Because he was running the whole stuff. I forget the name of that group. No. This is real life. This he is a white man. He's I think there's the polygamist where he had a David Koresh. No. Yeah. Yeah. The FBI's ran up on our compound too and took all the kids away, basically. Like David Koresh. Right. His son took over from him and doing the same thing. Have sex with his father, all his father wives he took. You know what I mean? Crazy. You know what I mean? That's their type of life. You understand? That's their, you know what I mean? That's how they live. You know what I mean? We don't live like that, but because we fall to this, you know what I mean, to America, you know what I mean? We live like Vashti now, or women live like Vashti now, when it's really not supposed to be like that. Yeah, you got a history on it? Come on.
Mm-hmm. This is the history of the bikini. It says, although two-piece bathing suits were being used by women as early as the 1930s, The bikini is commonly dated to July 5th, 1946, when, partly due to material rationing after World War II, French engineer Louis Reard introduced the modern bikini, modeled by Michelin Bernardini. Reard named his design the Bikini Atoll, where the first post-war tests of the atomic bomb were taking place.
Zabala, that's what he's trying to say?
Got on one con, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on. French women welcomed the design, but the Catholic Church, some media, and a majority of the public initially thought the design was risque or even scandalous. Contestants in the first Miss World beauty pageant wore them in 1951, but the bikini was then banned from the competition. Actress Brigitte Bardot drew attention when she was photographed wearing a bikini on the beach during the Cannes Film Festival in 1953.
So now all they're reading about here is what type. These are all what? These are heathens. Right. You understand? Then read that next part there about Playboy.
Come on. Other actresses including Rita Hayworth and Ava Gardner also received press attention when they wore bikinis. During the early 1960s, the design appeared on the cover of Playboy.
The design appeared where?
On the cover of Playboy.
And now today, it's, it's nothing. You know what I mean? You go on the beach and a woman have, a bikini up the crack of her behind, and right. She is, she is cool. You know what I mean? She has no problem with it.
So like,
come on.
And if I could, that's heavy because it shows later on, it talks about how they use the movies, the popular movies like James Bond, right. All the Bond girls will wear bikinis. And then we know in the 80s, 90s, they had Baywatch. So they would use the media to kind of, to
bring it in,
gradually bring it in and desensitize people to it, to where now, like you said, Cap, a chick wearing a straight up G-string. And the crazy part about it is like the algorithm will not treat that like nakedness. You're looking at her whole backside, but she not naked because her string is hidden deep in there somewhere.
Deep in there flossing. You understand? Disgusting. You understand? And now that's how they're trying to, that's what we become, because a woman took on the spirit of who? Vashti. You understand? When it should not be. You're going to see a woman should design their life behind or after, basically. Come on.
It's like, so if I could, it's getting so rushed now on social media that as long as they have like a piece of material over themselves, and you can see, see everything, but because it literally something over it, that you got clothes on, but we getting taken down for just saying a couple words that they don't like.
Yeah, it's crazy. You got these sisters who just taking these cloth or whatever and putting it over the the nipple, the Oreo, what do I call it? With the Santa, putting it over that, and that's it. They clothe it. You understand? When that's not your spirit. That's not the way it's supposed to dress. You're taking on a different type of lifestyle, right? Come on.
Okay. So I got one. So while we're on topic, what would be the lawful way of a sister wearing a bikini? Like, what's the cutoff limit? Like, okay, a sister could wear this bikini, but she can't. Like, obviously, she can't wear a G-string. But what's the cutoff limit? You know what I'm saying?
It's okay. It's the cutoff limit is you can't be showing, like bikinis is a no. They're two-piece. No. A whole, you could pass with the whole piece, but still, you got to make sure it's covering everything. You can't have a whole piece and the whole piece you are XL and you're trying to fit in a large or a medium. You understand? Then you might as well turn it into a two-piece. Right. You understand? So me on the other hand, nah.
So like you said,
you had to wear a wrap or something. That's just me. Yeah, you got to cover all the way up. Come on.
So like you said, it's Officer Lahab. I thought Salakia, according to the scripture, am I wrong? I mean, if I'm not mistaken, we're not supposed to show our nakedness. Period.
Yes. And when you say nakedness, what you mean?
Like for example, brothers in the school, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're not allowed to wear like wife beaters or
not okay, not around the brothers.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I mean. Like
just outer, you know what I mean? It ain't wrong, you know what I mean, but it's not one west, basically. You don't do that. You know,
so that wouldn't be considered your nakedness.
Just don't wait around. Come on, Jay. Don't wait around brothers.
Kind of. Well, I'm just Salakia, sir. If I could, like same thing, like swimming. Like if you go swimming, like if I go swimming, and I really ain't been swimming, I don't even remember, but like you would wear like one of those waterproof long sleeves and like maybe some shorts.
You could do that. Or you could just put on a t-shirt and one of them beach pants. You ain't gonna put on a Speedo. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm referring to like the sisters, like you said a whole piece, but you know, like that'll be like the part, it will leave her like their legs uncovered. Was that?
Yeah, but that's legs. You know what I mean? I'll say it's up to you. It ain't unlawful to your high leg, you know what I mean, out. But you must know you're a woman. If you're a woman, you know what I mean, carrying, you know what I mean, something, you know what I mean, cover up. If she carrying something, her sister carrying something, she better cover up. I'm just giving you, you know what I mean, you could wear two-piece, but the two-piece can't be too what? Revealing. You understand? It can't be looking like, you know what I mean, like you fitting to be on a Playboy magazine, you know, centerfold, right?
Come on, sir. They make like swimming like skirts that like for swimming in pools and stuff for women. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of different options out there.
Yes, plenty of options there. You don't have to stick with the one piece. If you think the one piece is, you know, I mean, too skimpy, there are things out there that she could put on. I mean, to cover up. You know what I mean? Right? Where we at? Who reading for me?
We was in the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 19.
Go ahead.
Khan. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment for him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it shall be not altered, that Vashti come no more before the king Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
You understand? Like that. That's why the Lord talks about what? How does the Lord describe beauty? What did the Lord say to do? Come on, precept. No, you talk. What I
okay.
talk.
I got paraphrase right now, but I believe it's like marvel not unto a woman's beauty.
Come on, pull it. Come on. Yeah, come on. That's what you're here for. You know what I mean? You going after beauty alone, Ark. You fit into that. That's disaster you're looking for to happen. Anybody got it? Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Stumble not at the beauty of a woman.
What?
Stumble not at the beauty of a woman.
Stumble at the beauty of a woman. Don't be breaking your neck. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, she bad. This, that, yeah. I had to have. Yeah. Said, don't stumble. Stay what?
Focus, sir.
Focus. You understand? You're not just looking at what? What are you saying? You're not to look at.
It's just like, sir. Not just to look at how she looks.
Appearance.
Okay.
Yeah, don't just look at appearance. You know what I mean? You bring it home. You bring it home and giving her the whole paycheck, baby. Look, take it. You could have it. Not in here. Go ahead, Shabayala.
Back in the day, a group called BVD made a song, Never Trust a Big Button to Smile. That girl is poison.
Yeah. You understand? No, there's some out there that big butt and you know what I mean, and have that nice smile that could work. Yeah, you could get yourself, you know what I mean, you could put your hand on it. It might be, you know what I mean, rare. But you can't do it. Right? Read on.
Come on. And desire her not for pleasure.
And what?
And desire her not for pleasure.
This is what King Azurus did. He saw Vashti and he desired her for what? For pleasure. And he get what he was coming his way. You understand? Come on.
So if I could though, just how would I prove to some, you got a lot of, really weirdo like nuts out there that take scriptures and don't know how to break down the Bible or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you tell them a scripture that says, Salakia, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. Mm-hmm. And they take that damn near to mean like, yo, you brothers getting all them wives when the Bible says not to stumble at a woman's beauty and don't desire her for pleasure. Like you're supposed to be reading the Bible 24 hours a day and never ever have sex with a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I prove like it's not saying that? You know what I'm saying?
It's not saying what?
That it's not saying that it's wrong for a brother to like women.
But it's not saying that. When read it one more time.
Come on. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman.
Right. So he is saying what is he saying there? And what book in?
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25 and verse 21.
Who's talking here? Ecclesiasticus is who? Who's Ecclesiasticus?
I want to say Solomon.
Yeah. Solomon.
It's like, so if I could, is he saying like, okay, so he's saying stumble, so let it not
stumble not.
Yeah, right. So he's saying like, don't get like distracted. Like you stumble, it's because you're not paying attention. So
yeah, you like
you stuck.
How may I help you, miss? I'm Gapari and I run things around here. How can I help you? You know what I mean? So you start to talk like that. You know what I mean? You could start a conversation up like that. But what he is saying is, you want to do what? What does the school have? So that you don't stumble at the beauty of a woman.
It's like somebody has something?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
The protocol, sir.
Well, what's say the protocol? You're just saying the protocol. Say it. So I know you know it. So if you do break it, you can't say, well, Salakia said I didn't know. Say it, Jeremiah.
It's like when a brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months.
So in other words, what is going to get you away from stumbling at the beauty of a woman? The 6 month to a year rule.
Come on.
You understand? Like just think about it this way. These rules that are here, right? That's in the school, right? Is it an order? You give them an order to do it?
To follow the protocol, sir?
Yeah.
Salaki, sir, I would say la'ah. Because it depends on the circumstance. No. That's the order. That's the order.
I see you all going, you all stumbling already. Okay, let me break it here. Okay, meaning this, it's a protocol for the school.
Come.
Meaning you go get you see a sister in here, you have to go that route.
Come.
No, you meet a sister out in the world. No, is that protocol pertaining to her? You're sure?
Yeah.
Right. That's my question. That's why I'm bringing it to. So it's not pertaining to her, but is it wise to go your route? No, it's not. That's what the 6 months a year rule is. So that you see a sister in the world, she's beautiful.
Come.
She has Shabbat. What she has? The big butt and what?
A smile, sir.
And a
Big
smile.
button smile.
big butt and a smile. The 6 months a year rule will help you understand that that smile, under that smile, is a dragon's breath.
Right. Come on.
You understand?
Come on.
Under that big butt is crumbs. Excuse my language. If you're, you know what I mean? It's dirty under that big butt. You understand? So guess what? You are not going to what? You are not stumbling at her beauty. You're not doing it. You understand? This is not telling you don't go, you know what I mean? Don't go get a wife. Don't go get wives. This is just telling you how to pick your wife.
Okay.
You understand? This is telling you how not to pick somebody like Vashti. Pick somebody like who? Esther. It's trying to lead you down that path. Esther was what? Beautiful. Right? Nice. The Bible describes her as, you know what I mean? She was lovely. You know what I mean? To look at. You understand? You want to pick her. You want to pick somebody like Vashti. You understand? Right? Read on with that precept.
Come on, sir. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25 and verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach.
Right. So that going into something else about a woman. You understand? But that first part there, you don't want to stumble at what? At her beauty. Right? What does it say after stumbling at her beauty? Read that part one more time for me.
Come on, sir. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25 and verse 21. Mm-hmm. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure.
Right? So it's telling you don't desire for pleasure. You understand? You ever hear what they be saying about that, babe? It's not all about sex.
Mm-hmm. You
understand what I'm saying? You want to, you know what I mean, talk. That's why you have what? Courting.
Right.
You understand? You don't just want to see her and then you just fall. Because guess what could happen? You could get all the alphabet diseases in the world. And then who you going to blame? You're going to blame Captain Isupk? You're going to blame Tabawan? You're going to blame Zion because you couldn't, you know what I mean, fight your lust? Don't stumble.
Come on.
That 6 months rule is going to help you out a whole lot.
Come on.
You understand? You go and get problems, and then guess what? You gonna have me up taking care of your problems because you couldn't wait 6 months. You couldn't court this woman the right way. No, come on, Akia. We could do much better than that.
Come.
All right. So get back on the where you at right now, Shabayala?
Verse 21. The book of Esther, chapter 1 and verse 21.
Go ahead.
Khan. And the saying pleased the king and the princes, and the king did according to the word of Memucan. Verse 22.
Right. So now, and this is show you that they ain't what? They ain't us. Because you go get a dragon ark. Pepsi. No, ginger. Yeah. Tawada. You go get a dragon. Guess what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
So, like, sir, I mean, a lot of things can happen.
Yeah, but you go get a dragon. Can you just walk out on that dragon?
Sir, that's your dragon forever.
Yeah, that's your dragon. You tame that.
It's like, sir.
Come on.
And then Kaparioff is gonna be calling you every week.
Yes.
To do something about it.
Yes. So like you're gonna be looking for a way out. You're gonna be you ever see Escape from Alcatraz?
Come.
That's you home. You're gonna be trying to climb through the louvers. Hey, where you going? I was gonna hang with the brothers. Hang with who? You not going by no brothers. You better stay home. If you go, I'm gonna slash your tires. And you in it without you in it. Go ahead.
So I got on now wouldn't that also be unbrotherly too to your brothers by you marrying a dragon? Because wouldn't it also cause a headache towards your brother? Because if you're having to call a brother constantly to get counsel to deal with a dragon that you married, wouldn't that also cause,
It's not so much unbrotherly, more so, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna say it's almost like an inconvenience. Because you couldn't wait.
Yeah.
You can take you can take time off. You know what I mean? You letting your second head run the whole show. You understand? Your head that has no brain in it. You letting the one that has no brain in it make all the decisions.
Salakia.
Come on.
And before you know it, you got a Gabrielle Union, and you'll become Dwayne Wade.
Yep. And think you ain't the truth. You think I'm one West until you get home. Then you east, south, north, you're all over the place. Because you have a dragon. You understand? Meaning, this heathen Assurus, what he was fitting to do with Vashti. What he's going to do with Vashti. Come on. Yeah, he want to toss her out. He want to take everything from her, toss her out. He wasn't in the how to put it? He wasn't trying to save her. He wasn't trying to fix her, in other words. And that's the problem with you passport bros. You passport bros, your sister went through the same hell as you. Why not try to fix her? Why not? Why not? Why you want to run off and think things gonna be easy, and then you're gonna get some Taiwanese, and you're eating dog, cat, rat, bat, the whole, you know what I mean, everything that's unlawful, she's cooking in that house. And you think, oh boy, you eating delicacies. Until the Lord gave COVID 2.0. All right? Read on.
The book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 22. For he sent letters into all the king's provinces, into every province according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his own house, and that it should be published according to the language of every people.
All right. Read 2 and 1.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 2, verse 1. After these things, when the wrath of the king Assuerus was appeased, he remembered Vashti and what she had done, and what was decreed against her. Verse 2.
No, let's skip to verse 5. You know that slot was out. I mean, no, go ahead, skip to verse 5.
It's the book of Esther, chapter 2, and verse 5. Now in Shushan, the palace, there was a certain Jew whose name was Mordecai.
Well, whose name was what?
Mordecai.
Mordecai, a bad brother. Read on.
The son of Jair, the son of Shimei, the son of Kish, a Benjamite.
All right, so they gave a whole rundown of who he is. All right, read on.
Verse 6. Who had been carried away from Jerusalem with captivity, which had been carried away with Jericho, king of Judah. Who Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away.
I know I look like a robot.
Verse 7.
I need fuel.
And he brought up Hadassah.
Ain't no sweat.
That is Esther.
That's love.
His uncle's daughter.
Say that one more time.
Khan. You started from verse 6, Adawan?
Yeah.
Khan. This is the book of Esther, chapter 2, verse 6. Who had been carried away from Jerusalem with captivity, which had been carried away with Janiah, king of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had carried away. Verse 7. And he brought up Hadassah, that is Esther, his uncle's daughter.
Right, so that's who? Hadassah, that was her name, a Hebrew name. Right? Read on.
Khan. For she had neither father nor mother, and the maid that was fair and beautiful, whom Mordecai, when her father and mother were dead, took for his own daughter.
Son, this man was, you know me, he was, you know me, he was that guy who stood in for when her mother and father died. He took this girl in and brought her up the right way. You know what I mean? That's why it's so, you know what I mean, it's such a disgusting lie the way they portray black men and Hispanic men and Native Indian men. Like, we don't love our kids. We don't love, you know what I mean, we don't love our nephews or niece. You understand? We love them. But you look at TV, you look at the way they portray us, you will think, nah, it ain't so. All right, read on.
Khan. We're in the book of Esther, chapter 2 and verse 8. So it came to pass, when the king's commandment and his decree was heard, and when many maidens were gathered together unto Shushan, the palace, to the custody of Hegai, that Esther was brought also unto the king's house to the custody of Hegai, keeper of the women.
Read on.
Khan, verse 9. And the maiden pleased him, and she obtained kindness of him, and he speedily gave her things for purification.
Hey, two others.
With such things as belonged to her, the seven maidens, which were meet to be given her out of the king's house, and he preferred her and her maids unto the best place of the house of the women.
You understand? She didn't what? She didn't act like Vashti. She act like a what? Like a woman. She act feminine. You understand? And a woman, they lost that feminine touch. You know what I mean? And that's because of America. Thanks be to the Commander General Hannah. We're gonna bring back femininity. We're gonna bring it all the way back. You understand? The Britney Grinders, you're gonna have to give up that life. You're gonna give it up all the way. You understand?
Look,
you're gonna have to give it up. Come on.
No more hot girl summers.
Yeah, none of that. All that is over. You know what I mean? You'll have a hot girl summer in where? In the kitchen. It'll be hot in there because you'll be baking biscuits from scratch. You know what I mean? You'll be cooking a good meal. Right? Come on. Read on.
Khan, verse 10. Esther had not showed her people nor her kindred, for Mordecai had changed her that she should not show it.
Right. So Mordecai tried to tell her to do what? What did Mordecai do? Come on, what did Mordecai do? Anybody? Young man.
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
Mordecai told her that she must conceal her true identity.
Yes, basically conceal it. All right, just hide it for a little bit. You understand? And what did she do? Did she say, you ain't my father, you can't tell me what to do? No.
She did what he told her.
She did what he told her to do. You understand? Right? Because unlike some, you know what I mean, some people think, you know what I mean, black men really care about the daughters. You understand? And try to get them on the right path. But America, you're in the house and you're not in the truth. The fight you have to fight with America 99.9% of the time you're going to lose. You're going to give in. So, and your daughter is going to be allowed to be whatever she wants to be. Because America is going to tell him that what? That she's of age and she could decide what to do with her life. No, that can't happen. Right? Go on. Read on.
This book of Esther, chapter 2, verse 11. And Mordecai walked every day before the court of the women's house to know how Esther did and what she could become, and what should become of her. Verse 12. Now, when every maid turn was come to go to the king Ahasuerus, after she had been 12 months, according to the manner of the women, for so were the days of their purifications accomplished, to which 6 months with oil and myrrh, and 6 months with sweet odors.
With what?
6 months with oil and myrrh, and 6 months with sweet odors.
6 months, man. We going back to them days, brothers. You understand? Like you could imagine that 6 months with what? Oil and myrrh? Boy, that is what you call that? Marinating. You understand? This is a marinate meat for 6 months. Boy, oh boy. Read on.
And with other things for purifying of the women.
What verse in?
We in verse. We just got finished with verse 12. We're going into verse 13.
13. Maybe skip to verse 15. Who we have there in Fayetteville?
Salaki, sir. Is that where we get the 6 month rule from?
That I'm not sure.
But
I know it's in the Bible. It could have been there. Come on. You have a trooper there? Let him take over from Shabala.
Come, sir. Nadia, come on. Yeah. Salaki, sir, where we at?
Esther 2 and 16.
15, sir.
Yeah, 15. Tuwada, Shabala.
It's the book of Esther, chapter 2, verse 15. Now when the turn of Esther, the daughter of Abaliah, the uncle of Mordecai, who had taken her for his daughter, was come to go into the king, she required nothing but that Haggai, the king's chamberlain, the keeper of women, appointed, and Esther obtained favor in the sight of them all, them that looked upon her. Verse 16. So Esther was taken.
Skip to verse 18.
Verse 18. Then the king made a great feast unto all his princes and his servants, even Esther feast. And he made a release to the provinces and gave gifts according to the state of the king. Verse 19. And when the virgins were gathered together the second time, when Mordecai sat in the king's seat, king's gate, Verse 20. Esther had not taken yet shewed her kindred.
Right, read on. Read on.
Nor her people, as Mordecai had changed her. For Esther did the commandment of Mordecai, like as when she was brought unto him. Verse 21.
This sister was, she was off the chain. She was obedient. You understand? She followed what Mordecai said to the T. Right, read on.
Verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 21. In those days, while Mordecai sat in the king's gate, two of the king's chamberlain, Bigthan and Teresh, of those which kept the door, were wroth and sought to lay hand on the king Ahasuerus. Verse 22. And the thing was known to Mordecai, who told it unto Esther, the queen, and Esther certified the king thereof in Mordecai's name. Verse 23.
You all understand what happened here, right? What happened here? Charlotte, what happened here?
So like it, sir.
Uh-huh. What happened here?
You talking about when? What verse is this, sir?
What verse we in?
22.
What did Mordecai do here?
So like it, sir.
Uh-huh. What's wrong?
Salagi, sir.
Uh-huh.
Did he help the king?
He what?
He helped the king?
Yeah, that was it. How he helped the king? How he helped the king? When you are stick with me. Come on. But this is an important part of the story because it comes up again.
So like it, sir.
What, young man?
These two men was plotting against the king, and Mordecai told Esther, and Esther told the king, and they made an inquiry.
That's it. That's it. And this is an important part right here. You understand? Real important. Because it's going to show his head again in the story.
Okay.
You understand? These two men were plotting to do what? To kill the king. Put the king to death. And Mordecai overheard the conversation and did what? Went and told Esther, and then Esther went and told the king. Did Mordecai like the king? No. But he was trying to use what? He was trying to use this as an advantage. You understand? He trying to use this as an advantage to do what? What was Mordecai thinking about? What was Mordecai thinking about? Come on. Yeah. He ain't thinking just about Esther. He thinking about the entire nation.
Okay.
Right? Come on.
Verse 23. And when inquisition was made of the matter, it was found out thereof, therefore, Salakia, they were both hanged on a tree. And it was written in the book of the Chronicles before the king.
Uh-huh.
Chapter 3, verse 1. This is the book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 1. After these things, did King Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, and Agag, and advanced him, and set his seat above all the princes and were with him.
This bastard Haman, this is the bastard Haman right here. And a Republican, give me that Republican name. I want to bring back lynching.
Come on, sir.
Make it sound like some big bright bulb. Just coming to this big bright idea coming to his head.
I got it, sir.
You know what? We should start hanging these people from trees.
Come on, sir.
It's going to save us a ton of money. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. What's his name?
His name is Paul Sherrill.
Yeah, Paul Heyman Sherrill.
He's a Tennessee lawmaker, Paul Sherrill.
You understand? And he wanted to what? Bring back hanging, aka what? Lynching. You understand? Right? Because in his mind, when we were hanging from noose, crime was what? Low.
Low.
We hanging low off that tree. Guess what? Crime low. That's in his mind, in his warped mind, not knowing we were what? Getting killed? What? Unjustly? Unjustly. It's like today, thousands of brothers lock up. You could do DNA testing, but guess what? You just want justice, and you don't care which black man you put your hand on. Right. You just know that's somebody gonna what? Somebody gonna pay for this crime. Right? Read on.
Good. Go ahead, read.
Continue. Verse 2. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman. For the king had so commanded concerning him, but Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence.
Right.
Verse
Mordecai
3,
did what?
Nor did he him reverence.
What did Mordecai not do?
But Mordecai bowed not.
Mordecai bowed not. We don't bow. We don't pledge allegiance to flags. You know what I mean? We don't pledge allegiance to inanimate objects. A flag? We could do a ton of things with flag. You understand? Put it on the floor. We could do it. You know what I mean? We could do a ton of things. We ain't bow to no flag. We ain't pledging allegiance to nothing. You understand? Give me the arm. What's that dude name? Dilbert.
Come.
Give me what he say. I want to see if he can play what he say.
Come.
He said something along this part. Right? Read on. Let's see what this bastard gonna say.
Verse 3. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, Why transgress thou the king's commandment? Verse 4. Now it came to pass when they spake daily.
But 1 minute. God. Yanazar. Let's find out what they want to drink. And you pour a cup for them. All right. Go ahead. Continue.
Spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them. And they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand, for he had told them that he was a Jew. Verse 5. And when Haman,
where's supposed to share what? Back then we had a what? What we had back then?
Oppression, sir.
A what?
Oppression.
What you say?
Oppression.
Oppression. Yeah, that is known, but there's something else we had back then.
Salaki.
Come on.
We had our nationality.
Yes, that's of course. We had our nationality. Okay, why was that Mordecai was having Esther hide who she was. Why? Because we had a what back then? Starts with an R.
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
A reputation.
Yeah, we had a reputation of doing what?
Of serving the Lord.
One God, not bowing. You understand? Not bowing whatsoever. Right? Read on.
Verse 5. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath. Verse 6. And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone. For
he what?
They scorned.
He thought to what? Lay hands on who?
Mordecai.
Because Mordecai didn't what?
Didn't bow.
Yeah, didn't bow. Just Mordecai just didn't bow to him. And he want to kill him. Not just him. All Mordecai people.
Salaki.
Come on.
Could we say that Mordecai pulled a Colin Kaepernick?
No, it was Wilson, not it was Wilson, not. But yes, Shabbat, you could say that. You got Dilbert, that racist bastard. Bring him. He's another Haman too. Go ahead.
For they had shewed him.
No, hold on 1 minute. 1 minute. Go ahead. Meaning Tabo, I'm gonna play a video.
Let them see it.
Anything.
Count
Once we don't get it's with it.
Nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, according to this poll, not according to me, according to the group. That's a hate group. And I don't.
You understand? Like he's saying what? He's saying what? Not all what? Blacks what? Meaning what? No, okay. Tie it in with what we read. Yeah, we on about him. Some black people just will not bow to the oppressor. Some of us won't. But there's some of us who will do what? Who will suck up and will bow. And will say, yes, master. What about it? Remember old man from plantation who say he want to see Master Paul in heaven?
Oh, yeah. Doc Edwards.
Yes. Some of us will do what? Some of us will bow down, literally. You understand? And what's his name?
Doc Edwards.
Doc Edwards, he would bow down.
That's right.
Right? Dilbert is saying that Doc, or what's his name?
Doc Edwards.
Doc Edwards is a good what? A good Negro.
That's right.
Yeah, he a good Negro. He ain't talking about that type of Negro.
Right.
He talking about you Negroes in here who will not what? Bow down.
That's right.
To him. Who won't accept him. You understand? Let play on.
Come.
Get worse.
Don't want to have anything to do with them. According to this poll, that's a hate group.
All right. According to the poll, that's a hate group. You understand? So Haman wanted to do what? Haman wanted to slaughter us. Because according to him, Mordecai is what? Mordecai does what? Hates him. Mordecai don't respect him in his mind. Because Mordecai ain't bow down. Read on. No, hold on. Play this.
According to this poll, That's a hate group. That's a hate group. And I don't want to have anything to do with them.
Good.
And I would say,
Yeah, go ahead.
based on the current thing to do with them. And I would say, based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people.
You understand? Get the hell away from who? From black people. That's his advice. Good advice, Dilbert.
That's right.
Good advice. Stay away from us. Do you understand? We don't need you around us. And as Commander General Hannah said, when we do build our Black Wall Street, stay away from us.
That's right.
Tell your people to leave us alone. You understand? Because every time we try to build something, here you come and do what? You tear it down. You come and destroy it. Every time we try to build, you just come and destroy it. You understand? Martin Luther King movement, it was on the left-hand side. Guess what? Guess who pulled the plug? Who pulled the plug on it?
America, sir.
Yeah. America pulled the plug on it. Guess who pulled the plug on Malcolm X? America. You understand? They pull the plug. Once you start trying to separate from them, they have an issue. And guess what? Here comes this what do they call them? The undercovers. You understand? Some report came out, or some I forget. I don't know if you all heard about it, but the FBI who they put in charge to look over Malcolm X.
COINTELPRO, sir?
No. This was something different. They said he basically tried to incriminate the bodyguards that were close to Malcolm X, so that when Malcolm X went to that meeting, that out of one ballroom, he left, like open with no guards, nothing. You understand? Like they know exactly what to do and how to do it. But nothing here. You're coming, send them up in here, man. Come on. We're gonna make some good servants out to you. Yeah, if you think you're coming in here to run things, you will tote a battery. Right. You will tote a podium. Right. You understand? And before you know it, you are going back to them and saying, I need to do what? I need a desk job. I need something. No. We're gonna weed you out. Don't worry. Come up inside here, man. We have plenty work for you on the covers. Right. You know what I mean? Come on. They're gonna change your life. Yeah. That's basically what's gonna happen. They're gonna change. You understand? Because you're gonna come up in here and realize is only what up in here. What we have up in here. Even though you all give them a plate last, but you know what I mean? Go ahead. It's that too, but what makes it hard? You're right, but come on. Yeah, but
rank and order.
Yeah, but give me it in a nutshell. Come on. In a nutshell. Well, you could come in here and think you could infiltrate some, and it's not going to work. Why? Because of what?
Oh, it's like yeah, come on.
Brotherhood. You understand? That includes what? Sisterhood too. You understand what I'm saying? You can't come in here and think you're gonna run things and say some out of line stuff. We should go get guns. You're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Right. You're gonna stick out. We're gonna have a January 26th. They had a January 6th. We're gonna have a January 26th. Nigga, you is crazy. You better report him immediately. Right. Right. Read on. No, hold on. Let me get some more My white counterpart. he looks like the cartoon he draws. Hmm? Yeah, that's what I say. It looks like the cartoon he draws.
Based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people. Just get the fuck away.
You can tell he's saying it from inside. You know what I mean? That's how this was in him all the time. And now it's like, you know what I mean, is a freedom. It's like, you know what I mean? You on the podium. The white man is the what? Devil, the Bible speaks of. You feel free. Yeah, that's him. Yes, that's him getting therapy. You understand? That's him falling after Donald Trump. You know what I mean? That's him. You know what I mean? You could ask him. No, I got plenty black friends. Yeah, we know you got black friends. Yeah. Yeah, we know. Yeah, that's you're gonna stay the F away from them too, right? Yeah. Come on, play him some more. Somebody had a hand up. Come on.
What he wanted to say was get the hell away from niggas. That's what he really wanted to say.
Yes. Yes. That's exactly what he wanted to say. No.
Just to get the hell away.
Let's continue playing that.
Just get the fuck away.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wherever you have to go, just get away. Because there's no fixing this. This can't be fixed.
That's a Haman attitude. There's no fixing it. So if there's no fixing, then what you're trying to say? If there's no fixing, okay, yeah, but okay. Think like your slave master. If there's no fixing you, if you're on a plantation and you constantly running away, you constantly taking them dogs, and you coming back all the time. He pulling you back, or you using his resources because he had to go pay them slave catchers to catch you. Hold on, Iraq.
Salaki, sir, it means that they're worthy of death. We're worthy of death. Salaki,
Yeah.
sir.
So your slave master will do what first? He'll chop your foot off, chop them toes off. Sprint, Negro, sprint. Remember, Kunta Kinte. What's your name, boy? No, we say Toby. He's like, no. You say he said he's Kunta, and the master said, no, you're Toby. What's your name, boy? And the roots end up with that brother having half a foot. You understand? On the farm, because he was trying to run away every chance he got, he was trying to run. He was trying to get off that plantation, and the master will continue catch him until he's like, you know what? I'm gonna start taking off limbs, and then he whip him until he give in to being who? Toby. That's what Dilbert wants. Right. Dilbert want you to give in to be called who? Whatever your slave name was. You understand? He wants that. And if he doesn't get that, you are what? We can't fix you. Come on.
Like, sir, oftentimes at camp, you'll have some Edomites that'll say their forefathers didn't own slaves. They were just living in America. But a lot of those slave catchers didn't own slaves, but they caught slaves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just as guilty. You
Yes.
understand? As the so-called slave masters. There was a hierarchy, but yet they all benefited from the poorest Edomite, the poorest white man could still falsely accuse Israelite or a black man of anything, or say, hey, come get me this water. A little white girl could say, this black man did this to me. So they still inherit those the judgment, and that they try to separate themselves. So I didn't own slaves, as if slavery was just relegated to just the ownership and not the spiritual, mental, physical demise of our people as a nation. Salaki, sir.
Yes, you're so correct. What's it? Yermak?
Kamikaze, sir.
You was going. Somebody was going to say something.
Very nice. Salaki, sir. I forgot.
Okay, no, sir. Come back to you. Just let me know. Like, give me a little more, Delma, and then we going back to his blood relative Haman.
This can't be fixed. Right? This can't be fixed. You just have to escape. So that's what I.
And guess what? That's what we say about who? Them. Ain't no fixing them. You cannot fix. You could fix a so-called oppressor. You cannot fix our oppressor. You tell our oppressor will get down on his knees, this, that, the other, kiss your boots. All well and good. Now go give back what you stole. Now that's something else. That's something different. He ain't doing that. Ain't no fixing him until what? Christ return. Then he'll get all the fixing. Come on, give me a little more.
I went to a neighborhood where I have a very low black population. Because unfortunately, there's a high correlation between the density. And this is according to Don Lemon, by the way. So here I'm just quoting Don Lemon.
Right, and you see how inhumane he is. He's saying he's going to a place where there's low density of black people. When what causes crime? What causes crime? Where crime is very high, what you have?
Salaki, sir. Poverty.
Poverty. Like he ain't saying that. He's saying he's staying away from black people. He's going to a low density. When crime is being committed because people are poor and don't know how to survive. You going to school. Are they teaching you survival skills in school? They're teaching you how to survive, how to open your own business, how to, financially be sound. They're teaching you at school how to buy and sell stocks. They're teaching you everything in school. They ain't teaching you how to live. They ain't teaching you. It's like you go to fish and the man who fishing, he catching the fish and putting it in the boat and telling him to put it right here, pack it right here in the cooler, pack it right here. He's not teaching you to fish. So that the day he doesn't show up, guess what? And you have to go out to fish. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to be throwing a line out with no bait. And you're going to be, ain't no fish here. What the hell going on? You know what? Let me go sell some drugs. Let me go join the military. Let me go, rob somebody. Because you ain't been taught how to fish. You understand? They're selling corn on the stock market. Nigga, what you need to sell corn? What you need? You need what? You need land. But we have no land. We have no land. We have no corn. We have what? Nothing. You understand? Negroes run far from the fields. Why we run far from the fields? Because it bring back what? Yeah. Cotton. You understand? You can imagine working or seeing Negroes working on a cotton field. You know what it's going to do to you? And guess what? It's happening right now down in the South. All them cotton fields are seen in the South. White people is not picking them cotton. Guess who picking them cotton? Black people. Still picking them cotton. You understand? And they made themselves rich off of cotton, tobacco, and what? Sugar cane. Rich. You understand? And now, today, you're not teaching us how to survive. You're not. So now you think WIC and TANF and EBT, that's a help? No. That's like you have a lion in a cage. You grow a lion up in a cage and you're throwing it meat. Throwing it cooked meat. And then the lion get too big for the cage. And you go put the lion in the wild. What's going to happen to that lion? You better put a dress on a lion. You better put a dress. You better take all that mane off that lion for him to look like a female lion and send him out there. Because that's what's going on with us. Niggas putting on what? Negroes putting on what? Dress to survive. You understand? Dwayne Wade's son, excuse me, YouTube, forgive me. Dwayne Wade's daughter, you understand, is wearing a dress. Why? Because Dwayne Wade wants his son to what? To survive. That's it. It ain't, you know what I mean? It ain't rocket science. It ain't, you know what I mean, math. It's simple. He wants his kids to survive. So he allows her to put on what? A dress. You understand? And when you don't teach black people to survive, these survival skills, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get a nation that's destroyed as it is right now. You understand? Where you think drugs is the only thing that could make you rich. It's the only thing that can make you money. Because he created a system for you and put you in there. And guess what? You're a drug dealer and you ain't making no money. Guess who's making all the money? Who taking all the money now? Who taking all the money now? And who? Your lawyer. You ain't got no money. You're a broke drug dealer. Which means what? It ain't making sense. They found a way to keep us oppressed. And this bastard, Dilbert, you understand? Dilbert, we call them people again, boy? Cave dweller. This caveman. Yeah, this troglodyte. You understand? That is telling you, saying we should stay away from them, and I'm going to a community that has a low density of black people. Go ahead. I want that young white boy to just shoot up the whole place. You know what I mean? Go amongst the people. You should stay amongst the people and tell your crazy little kids to stay with you. Right. And don't come across here and try to shoot up the schools and shoot up our kids. Right? Come on. Play a little more.
When he lived in a mostly black neighborhood, there were a bunch of problems that he didn't see in white neighborhoods. So even Don Lemon sees a big difference in your own quality of living based on where you live and who's there. So I think it makes no sense whatsoever as a white citizen of America to try to help black citizens anymore.
And that's how Haman felt. Haman felt this day on, you Jews, oh, I'm going to put you to death. Because if this one bastard ain't bowing to me, and he knows that what? The Jews, we have a reputation of doing what? Not so much rebelling, but not bowing. We only bow to who? To the Most High. We need, you know what I mean? That's the only person we really, you know what I mean, give in to. You understand? We don't give in to men like Mordecai and men like Dilbert. You understand? We don't do it. And they knew we had a reputation. And he sought to what? Wipe us out because of that reputation we had. Play a little more of this bastard.
It's no longer a rational impulse. And so I'm gonna back off from being helpful to Black America.
Thank you.
It doesn't seem like it pays off.
Thank you. And what is his help? What help is he talking about? How is he helping black people? Yeah, I'm gonna tell him that, Dilbert. I think it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind, Dilbert. You sound a little crazy. You know, back off from helping black people. Black people build this place. Black people fought in your wars, went and fought in your wars, flew your plane. You understand? Fight and kill for you. And now you're going to turn around and say that? You deserve that when Christ returned. You deserve to be in slavery when Christ returned. All right? YouTube, when Christ returned. All right? So, Dilbert, come from behind the computer, find a gym. Not Planet Fitness. Get some other gym. A good gym you white boys go to. Go to Gold's Gym or one of them top of the line gym. And what? LA Fitness. And get good and fit. Because picking cotton ain't gonna be a hobby. You understand? Picking oranges is not going to be what? A hobby. And now we're gonna have to help you. And we're gonna be like, what are we gonna do with these Dilberts? We can't fix them. We've been giving them food, clothes, and they're just, they just ain't worth it. That's why the Lord say what? After a time, they will be what? They'll be wiped off. That's it for them. After a time, they will be done. They will serve their time, and then once their time is over, that's it. And when you know how you're going to see when you're going to see a Caucasian male or Caucasian female? When? In a museum. You understand? That's what they deserve to be. In a museum, stuffed with cotton. You understand? That's what it is. When Christ returned. Come on. Any more to that? Okay. Who's that? Yeah, you could block King Tyrone. You need to have your own channel. Yeah, go have your own channel, man. You're on the wrong frequency. I talk like you. I talk like you conscious. You know what I mean? I know you're a conscious guy. You know what I mean? I ain't on your frequency. You know what I mean? Yeah, I ain't vibrating in the same frequency.
Maybe that's gonna take some of this.
Give me wait is who was reading for me?
Slugging, sir. True Nadia.
Come on, Nadia. Stick with me now.
Come, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 3, verse 6. For he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone. For they had shewed him the people of Mordecai, wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Assuerus, even the people of Mordecai.
Right? So he was like, Dilbert, we can't save these people, man. We can't save them. We what? We offering them everything in this kingdom. And still did they want to bow? Or hell no. We're going to kill all of them. Read on.
Verse 7. In the first month, that is the month Nisan, the 12th year of King Assuerus, they cast.
Skip to verse 8.
Verse 8. And Haman said,
Haman
said unto King Assuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people, neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore it is not for the king's profit to suffer them.
You understand? Like it's that we had a reputation, a serious reputation. You understand? Our laws were what? Diverse from the king's. You understand? And he knew it based on how Mordecai dealt with him. You understand? That's why when you come in here, brothers and sisters, you understand? When you come in here, what happens? When you walk through that door and you sit down here for 90 days, what happens?
It's a lager, sir.
Come on.
You become a new person.
You become a what? New person. And now you have a what? A responsibility to keep. And now, based on how you act and how you carry about yourself, will determine whether somebody sits next to you. whether them seats get filled, whether family members decide to come in here. You understand? That's how serious it is. That's how serious the reputation you're gonna have to keep is. You understand? Like this ain't some light. Read on.
Verse 9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed, and I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business to bring.
And that's to show you what? That your oppressors, they have the money to do what?
To destroy you, sir.
But they don't have the money to take you out of debt. They can find the money to destroy you, but they can't find the money to help take care of your mortgage, your student loans, the things that have you, you know what I mean, in financial, you know what I mean, disorder and distress. But they can find the money to kill you. They can find the abortion clinics.
So like,
come on.
They find the money to help their own, like America found money and NATO found money to help Ukraine.
Yeah, somehow, yeah, that bag fall out of somebody's bag. And had Ukraine name on it. Where the bag for the Negroes? Oh, I see you building prisons. You're building what? Wait, what again they're building? Abortion clinics for black people. I see what you're doing. You have the money to help black people, but you rather help them what? Kill themselves. You rather get rid of them. And this Haman. Haman wants to do what? He wants to pay money to do what? To get rid of the Jews. Right, read on.
Salakia, sir, to bring it unto the king's treasures. Verse 10. And the king took his ring from the hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedatha, and the Agagite, the Jew enemy.
So which means what? The king what? The king trusted Haman. The king trusted him. You understand? It's like you brothers and sisters, what? Out there, not in here, but in the world, trusting your mayor, and your mayor is doing what? Looking at child porn. You understand? You trust Biden, and he doing what? And he's sending money across to Ukraine. Like the Ukrainians put him in office. Your black behind went in the poll and stand up with them bunions. You understand? Them bunions was hurting your foot standing up. But you stand up in them line. That, what do you call it? That gout, or whatever you call it. You was in pain standing up in that line to cast your votes.
So lock it.
Come on.
And then they pass laws to make it illegal for people to pass you out water while you standing on them bunions.
You understand? Like the pain you have to endure to vote, and then the Ukrainians just come and get all your money. Barack Obama hit you what? Hope and change. Niggas still hoping and ain't got no change. None. Things got worse. Right? Like they design or devise things to keep us what? Down. To try and kill us. Come on, Iraq.
Come on, sir. And just dealing with Cary and Apex in North Carolina, you'll see a lot of Guptas, a lot of Shipraps, it's a lot of Amalek. You'll see the red dots. And on the application,
say East India.
Salakia, sir.
Because YouTube might think you're making fun of them.
Salakia, sir. Over in what you see is in Cary, North Carolina, you'll see a lot of them. I talked to one of the realtors on the application. They don't even follow the guidelines that we have to follow here. Like you would think you have to have a good job, you would have to have good credit, they don't even have a credit coming from in. They're coming over from India with no credit history here. They don't have they don't know their criminal background or whatever crimes they committed over there. They don't even check. They just say, are you international? Are you someone from another nation? And then they give them these perks. But then people here, you try to get a place in Cary, they go and call your former boss. They go and call your college teacher or whatever. And it's just a lot more scrutinizing because really they don't want us in those communities. They don't want us in those neighborhoods.
You have Dilberts over you. That's what we have over here. They want less of you, more of them. They want you to go in these poor areas. But don't worry, we're gonna go to these poor areas. Now we're gonna spread the truth. You understand? We don't have to bow to you all, man. We don't have to. You didn't bow to the English. When the English asked you to pay the taxes, you bow to them? No, your forefathers didn't bow. Why we have to bow to you? The English looked at you like it was, they couldn't change your know-how, and you all went to war, fought, killed the Englishman, and now you have America. But you telling us that we have to love you? But come on, man. Come on, be real. Where we at right now?
Slack, sir. Verse 11.
Go ahead.
And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as it seemeth good to thee. Verse 12. Then were the king's scribes called on the 13th day of the first month, and there was written according to all that Haman.
So skip to verse 1, 4 and 1.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 4, verse 1. When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes and put on sackcloth with ashes.
All right, so Mordecai realized what? That Haman was trying to kill not just him, but his nation. It was fitting to put them to death. And Mordecai did what? Rent his clothes. Cheered up. Just cheered up. Right? Read on.
Salakia, sir.
Uh-huh.
When it say it rent his clothes, is this like he is it like a rage? In a rage he's renting his clothes, or is it like more sorrowful, like a saddened feeling he has?
It's someone like both. It's a rage because you have no power to do what? Nothing but to do what? What power you have? What power you have?
Nothing, sir.
Yeah, he have power to do something. What power he has?
To fight, sir? Salakia.
Iraq was on it. Come on. What he has power to do?
Salakia.
Uh-huh.
To rent his clothes?
Yeah, that's all. So guess what? He can't go and do what? He can't kill Haman, but he could and he's in he put on sackcloth because now he's sad. Because now he has no power to help or to defend himself and his people. You understand? But he don't have the money Haman has. He don't have the men and the weaponry. He don't have that. Right? Read on.
And went out into the midst of the city and cried with a loud voice.
Right. He cried with a what? A loud voice. You understand? Yell out. Ah! However you want to picture it. He screamed out because he understands that this is something very serious. This is your lineage getting wiped out. This ain't, this ain't, that you just going to the gallows and that's it. No, your entire family getting wiped out. That, that's gonna send you nuts. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry with a bitter cry. knowing that these enemies, that's what they're known for, killing you.
So
Putting you in captivity. Come on.
like on that movie Boys in the Hood, when Trey was punching at the air, you know what I'm saying? He was mad because his homeboy got killed.
Yeah. You understand? But now think your whole nation fitting to get killed. So it's 10 times worse. You're gonna scream, you're gonna yell, you're gonna rip your clothes, you're gonna hold that, and you're gonna rip, and everybody gonna know what? That you're angry, sad at the same time too, and it's something very serious. Because you don't just react like that. You understand? Read on.
With a loud and bitter cry. Verse 2. And came even before the king's gate, for none might enter into the king's gate cloth with sackcloth. Verse 3.
Son, he wasn't what? He wasn't dressed properly. He can come in. Can't be looking, you know what I mean, like a homeless, like a vagrant, and trying to walk into the king what palace to do what? He had a dress code. Read on. You know, like when you go to them clubs and you put on them sneakers and your little 3/4, and you get to the front of it and the bouncer tell you, oh no, you ain't coming in here with that. You gotta change your, you know what I mean? Not tonight. Well, that what they did to Mordecai. Mordecai couldn't enter. Read on.
Verse 3. And in every province, whithersoever the king's commandments and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews, and fasting, and weeping, and waiting, and wailing, and many lay in sackcloth and ashes.
And that's why it's so you are simple if you think you're individual. You're simple. I go rob this store right here, this gas station right here, and think I'm going to be affected by it only, and not you all. I'm simple and stupid. We all are going to be affected by it. You understand? I'm not saying what Mordecai did was wrong, but it just goes to show you that we're not individuals. We're not. And America would have you think like you're an individual until a crime is committed, and now every black man is a suspect. Come on.
So like, sir, when they say like ashes, what is that? Like it's like dirt, like just
like
rolling around in the dirt.
Yeah. Just like ashes, what? Dust to dust. It's dirt. You just, you know what I mean? You just think like a child, right? You out at the playground, child playing on the playground, right? And it's the child just started playing. Maybe you all got there like around 11, and you tell the child, yo, we gotta leave now. 11:10, we gotta leave. What is that child gonna do? He ain't gonna go have fun. You know you're gonna whoop that behind. Well, yeah, you telling me we gotta go. He is going to what? He's gonna cry, he gonna yell, and he gonna what? And if he bad enough, he gonna roll on the ground. He gonna roll on the ground, get all that dirt on him. And you're gonna be dragging him from his arm or leg or whatever, shoes, wherever, lace you put your hand on. You're gonna be pulling him off that playground. You understand? So now just think, you know what I mean, with Mordecai and these brothers learning that your entire family, your 2-year-old son was going to get put to death. You understand? Your entire family was just going to get wiped out. You're going to fall to the ground. Some of you might faint if you learn today that tomorrow your entire family going to get wiped out. You will not know how to take that news. You're going to faint. You're going to fall on the ground. You're going to roll. You're going to yell. You're going knowing that's all you could do. What? That's all you could do. Can't do nothing else. You can't stop it from coming. The only person that could stop it from coming, Mordecai knew, was who? The Lord. And you're going to read about it. Read on.
Verse 4. So Esther's maid and her chamberlains came and told it to her. and came and told it her. Then was the queen exceedingly grieved.
Right? And you all know in here that we don't call woman queen. All right? These are heathens do their things. You know what I mean? They have kings and queens. We don't have that. What do we have in here?
Princesses. Sir.
Princess or princesses. You understand? We don't have queens or queen. You understand? We don't have diva. No. Right? That's world. Don't do that. Right? Read on. Somebody was saying something?
I have a question, Barbara. Because y'all
come on.
And because it's calling Esther a queen, can we just say that Esther was an Israelite living the customs of the where she was living at, the heathen customs, just like us, like we do today here in America?
Yeah. You think Mordecai was calling her a queen?
No.
Yeah. Mordecai was going to say, come here, Hadassah, Esther.
Kind of more like on the
or princess or niece. All right. Read on.
And she sent raiment to clothe Mordecai and to take away his sackcloth from him. But he received it not.
You understand? This is a what? This is a beautiful sister. What did this sister do?
She sent clothes for Mordecai.
Yeah, she saw Mordecai what? Looking not himself. And decided to do what? Send clothes for him. You understand? And okay, think about it. At this time, she did not know what was happening. All she saw was Mordecai looking like, you know what I mean, basically not himself. And she decided to do what? Send her maids to get some clothes for Mordecai. She didn't laugh at Mordecai. She said, look at this lazy son of a gun. Look at him. All you want to do is roll in the dirt and rent his clothes and blame the white man. That's all he want to do. She didn't do that. She look out for him. Right? Read on.
Verse 5. Then called Esther for Hathach, one of the king's chamberlains, whom he had appointed to attend unto her, and gave him a commandment to Mordecai, to know what it was and why it was.
Skip to verse 7.
Verse 7. And Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of the money that Haman had promised to pay to the king's treasuries for the Jews to destroy them. Verse 8. Also he gave him the copy of the writing of the decree that was given unto Shahan.
Right? Skip to verse 9. So now what you're reading about basically is Mordecai trying to do what? Communicate to Esther what actually is happening here. Right? So skip to verse 9.
Verse 9. And Hathach came and told Esther the words of Mordecai. Verse 10. Again, Esther spake unto Hathach and gave him commandment unto Mordecai. Verse 11. And the king's servant and the people of the king's provinces do know that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come unto the king into the inner court, who is not called, where is one law of his to put him to death.
Right. So who is giving this response here? Mordecai or Esther? Yes, this is Esther's response to what Mordecai is trying to get her to do. Mordecai is trying to get her to do what? To go to the king and plead for Israel. That's what Mordecai is trying to do. But she is saying what?
Go
ahead.
She's let them know that.
the king has to hold out the golden scepter to invite you in to speak to him, and she hadn't been invited in because
Right.
whoever come in without being invited gets killed.
That's it. So what is Esther doing right now? And this is what I mean, most of our black sisters, Hispanics and Native Indian sisters struggle with today.
Salaki.
Come on.
She thinking about her damn self.
Yes. Thinking about herself. She's thinking about herself. She's thinking about her life, not yours. She is fine where she is. She is in where? The king's palace.
Salaki.
And he told her to do what? Hide it. Come on.
She being Michelle Obama in the White House.
Yeah. That's what she wanted, to stay out of what? Black people business. And think like how Barack Obama thinks. And what Barack Obama said. I'm not a what? President just for who?
Black.
I'm a president for what? Everybody. But yet and still, you give all the money to the oppressors and none to us. You told us hope and change. Nothing changed in our community. You understand? Read on.
Except such to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may live. But it hath not been called to come in unto the king's 30 days. Verse 12. And they told to Mordecai Esther's words. Verse 13. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thy that thou shalt escape to the king's house more than all.
You can imagine the voice Mordecai say this with. You can imagine he is like, this what woman? You think you're gonna get away from this, that, the other? How you say it? How you say it in Jamaica? The blood, so and so. You think you're gonna get away from this? Nah, you ain't gonna get. You're not getting away from this, right? Read it one more time.
Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews.
You understand? So Mordecai is basically telling her, because of your position, you think you're going to escape? You think you could escape this because of your position, because of your seat? And that's what happened to so many of our black sisters who is up in master's house. And when I say master's house, meaning what? Who has these good jobs? They think what? They think that what's happening to us down here, black men down here, ain't gonna what? Affect them.
Right.
One to Lori Lightfoot. You remember what she said? Put it up for me. Lori Lightfoot. Lori Lightfoot. She got what? She ain't get fired. She lose her job. She is a loser.
Salak.
Come on.
She tried to play the black card. Like,
yes, she tried to play with black card. She tried to say I'm black and I'm what? A woman. But guess what? What Lori is? Lori is a what?
Salaki.
LGBTQ plus. She's a member of the community, of that community. You understand? And now she never said I'm an LGBTQ plus black woman. She just said what? I'm a what? Black woman. Because now she's trying to use that as a means of what? Of saying that's why she lost her position. Like she think because of where she is, she ain't gonna get touched. You understand? Because she's a member of the community, she thought she had it. And it's so many of our black sisters, even brothers out there, who think because they're in high position that they're not going to get touched. And then before you know it, some family member dies. You dies just like a poor person, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, died like a regular what? Addict. You understand? Dies with all the money I have in the world. Money for what? Protection, for security. I mean, we say you don't need a poor Negro in your life. You don't need that. You understand? They want the money. And Mordecai is warning her of her what? Position in life. And because of her position in life, don't think the Lord can't reach you. The Lord is going to reach you with that position, with that money you have. And you're going to know when the Lord reach you, when the Lord touch you. Right? Read on. You find it? Go ahead.
Verse 14.
No, hold on. Yeah, let me see that face right there. Scroll down to the thing. Let's see. No, sorry. Scroll up. Cut the up. Go on. Yeah. Just see if you can have the heading, and it's a piece of the head. To try to get her a pitiful face so you can feel sorry for her. I ain't feeling sorry for her. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there. No, that's not Beetlejuice you're looking at. You know what I mean? That's a living, breathing Lori Lightfoot. You understand? Come on.
Salagi says she want to be a man so bad the Lord gave her a receding hairline.
Yeah. You understand? But read the heading for me. We're going to laugh at the sister now. Come on. Somebody can just read it. Who are the mic? He can read the heading.
I'm a black woman in America. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot blames election loss on racism, sexism.
You understand? She blame it on what? Being a black woman. You understand? But she up there. What she worried about? You Lori Lightfoot. You was the mayor of the third what is largest city in America, and he was the first black woman to do it. Come on, man. Now is a problem. Yeah, the Lord could reach you. You think the lifestyle had you covered. You think turning your backs on your people had you covered. You told them your partner who was a Caucasian female had you covered. You told her people had you covered. Now you had to run right back to who? Black people. Right back to your own people and use what? Your color and your what? Your sex. You understand? Which lets you know what? That it doesn't pay. That ain't paying. You're going to lose trying to hold on to that. You're going to win holding on to these scriptures.
That's right.
And holding on to a sister that what? That follow after what? These scriptures. You understand? Like Esther. You understand? I want to give it to you, but what verse are you in right now?
Verse 14, sir.
Let me see. I'm gonna stop there for today. Tomorrow we're gonna continue it and we're gonna finish it off. All right. So we're gonna finish it off tomorrow. I ain't gonna go on. I'm gonna leave some, some meat of it for tomorrow. But you all get the gist of it so far. What's going on here?
Okay.
Right now, we at the part where Haman is plotting on killing us, and Mordecai is what? Putting things in place to try and do what? Stop it. You understand? He's trying to use whatever power he has to stop it. You understand? All right?
So like I said,
come on.
So why for one, I got two questions. One, why are we living at this point? What's the condition for us that we are living underneath a king that we know has the power to murder us, at any point in time? And then my second question is, why does it seem like we wouldn't fight? You know, like so like if they came out, I know we're weak and we probably wouldn't win, but if they did try to start killing us, would Israel fight? Or because this kind of making us seem like we just weak, like we just gonna fall down, just let them kill us.
Okay, it's not that we're gonna fall down and let them kill us. Just think about it this way. Like today, a black man knows what? What does he know about war? You know anything about war? You know nothing about war. Does a black man own a gun store? And I should say a gun store, but a gun factory. Because there are brothers who own gun stores. So do black men make bullets? Do we make bullets? We have any bullet factory?
So
guess what? We know we're going to fight. Some of us will fight. We will fight. But guess what we know deep down? Yeah. You're going to lose. You need that extra help. And that extra help is the Lord. You understand? That extra help is the Lord. That's why it's stupid to think you could go pick up guns like he did when he got from under the Englishman. He picked up guns. You go pick up them same guns, and guess what? You're going to start turning it on yourself. Guess how I know? I want you to start turning it on yourself.
Because that's what we do now, sir.
Yeah. Use them same guns he make and you what? Use it on yourself. The same thing what the Native Indians did. He gave them what? Guns. He make a deal with the Apaches. He gonna make with the Choctaws. And guess what? Before you know, the Apache and Choctaws fighting, and he just wait to see who winning and go join them.
Salak.
And now you have, I think there was seven civilized Native Indian so-called tribes. I think it was like 7. How much?
5.
5 civilized Native Indian tribes. And why they say civilized? Because those are the one that the so-called oppressor accepted. You understand? After they done wipe out the rest. Right? Who was going to say something?
It was me, Shabayala, sir.
Go ahead.
That's where you get the Democrats and Republicans, the Blood and the Crips, the MS-13, the Gangster Disciples.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like they know how to make you fight against each other. It's just like with Libya. Who overthrew Muammar Gaddafi? Who overthrew him?
Salaki, sir.
Yeah, his own people.
Yeah.
And where the own people get the guns from? From the oppressor. You understand? Like he knows how to make you what? Fight against each other. And then sit back and then, you know what I mean, say you're inhumane. They're gonna charge you for what do you call that? For war crimes. You're gonna do this, that, the other. When he's the one you had to charge for war crimes. He's the one that given guns, given tanks, given all the artillery. You understand? But when Christ returns, they're gonna get what's coming their way. Come on, Yanisa. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's them. You can't sleep on your so-called oppressor. Come on, Iraq. Go ahead.
The book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field.
Yeah, that's him right there. He's a serpent. And he's what? Most what? Subtle. Meaning what? He will make a deal with you. You know who did that too? And you already hear about him like that? to say, I don't know if I pronounce his name correctly, but yeah. So how you pronounce his name? Toussaint Overture. Guess what the French told him to do? The French told him to come across to France and do what? Make a deal. And his military men were trying to tell him, don't go. Guess what that Haitian did? He went, and guess what happened? He died in a French dungeon. He died in a French dungeon. That's how they were able to come after, and Haiti is still paying for what they did. At one time, Haiti was one of the most richest islands. Richest. Because France, I think, call it the jewel of the, somebody call it the jewel of the eye. And yeah, I know that. And then once the French got them back, boy, they make them pay. When I'm talking about pay, like pay reparations to France. They were paying France while your leader in some dungeon for the rest of his life. Go ahead. What's this? Come on.
We got a question in Goldsboro.
Come on.
Salaki out of one. I had a precept for what you were talking about earlier about the warfare.
What's that?
This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
Yes. That's to explain to a brother or a sister that you can't go out here and get guns and buy one tank and think you're going to take over America. You have to be a fool. Who going to sell you the rocket to put in that tanker? Ain't Jake on the block. He ain't got that. He just have enough bullets to make a robbery. And that's it. All right? What's his name? Yermak. What's your other question? You had two things. One was what? I think I answered.
They were both. I asked them both, sir, about if we would fight back then, and then why were we living under that king at that time?
Why were we living what?
Under that king at that time.
Oh, why were we living? Just think like what we're doing right now. Then you can ask the same question, like why are we living under America right now? When we could clearly see that America doesn't care about us. They care about Ukraine. They're giving millions of dollars to Ukraine. And not just millions of dollars, they're giving them weaponry. They think they will give black people weaponry like that? Oh, hell no. They're telling you, close your eyes. Dream about me giving you a tanker. You only getting tankers in your dream. You getting them F-16 or them cell bombers in your dream. You'll be dreaming about it. You're not getting them thing in reality. But Ukraine, guess what Ukraine gonna get? Everything they ask for. They're gonna get everything they ask for to fight.
Salaki.
For their country. Come on.
They get a black man Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Video game.
That's there. That's what you're gonna get. Call of Duty. How could I forget? GTA. That's what you're gonna. That's what you're gonna give her. I know you fantasizing about doing what, taking over and having your own block. This, that, the other. He knows how to have you, man. While he conquers this place. All right. Any more questions? Okay. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer Yanizar for the announcement. While you coming up to do the announcements, so you all know we're gonna close it off tomorrow. It's just gonna be like a regular class again. All right, but we could do what? Bring the food, drinks, you know what I mean, and enjoy each other, man. And you know what I mean, and learn from this you know what I mean, this story, this Purim, this feast day. Come on.
Security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verses 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation, which is today and tomorrow, the Feast of Purim, and of course, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina is the Lord's 54th annual Passover, right here in Raleigh, North Carolina, where we're in Durham right now.
Akim, please, you all push to get on the bus for the tour. I pay $20. You can't. It's not advised for you to drive your own vehicle behind the bus. You're gonna get that feel of that tour. You understand? So try to push. You could go online to ICPK 144 on go on Passover. Hey, you could do that on the screen. You can show them how to get it. You could do that after. Yeah, time. All right, go to ICPK. So just share the screen with them so that they can see what I'm talking about. All right, don't forget what $200, right, for every buddy in the family that's over 17. All right.
Remind Akim and Akwatian to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on.
Tab one, ISUPK 144. All right, then you go to Passover. And scroll down. All right, scroll down. It's taking a while to load. All right, scroll down. Scroll down. So there's the hotels. And you see where you see the Black Party bus? You click on that, right? Because it's $20 a day for the bus. So if you pay your ticket for the bus, it's going to go for the Black Party too. I'm not Black.
So,
Yeah.
So Lagia, sir. Them corsages need to get bought, sir.
Yeah, the corsages too. So go back there also too.
So Salaki, sir, Salaki, before you move off of the screen, Salaki. That was a mistake on that 4-person, right?
Salaki, sir. If you pay for the cassage, like, do they send it to you? How you get it?
You get it at the Passover. Yes, as soon as they walk in.
Salaki, sir.
If
you scroll down on that party bus page right there, when you get to the 4 people amount, that's incorrect, right?
Yeah.
It should be 80, right?
Yeah, it should be 80.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, that's somebody that's put the 1 in front of the 8 by mistake. All right. Okay. Yeah, tell where the corsages is. Yeah. Come, it was right beside it. Right there. Come on, top one. You see. I'm gonna stay out there. I'm gonna stay out there. But yeah, you come here and you get it. All right. Same, right? So the red is for married woman. The white is for single woman, right? And the single woman is basically your camp leader basically gonna tell you or approve you for that. You understand what I'm saying? Even though you have it. Let me leave it like that for now. Single woman. Like cross line. Right? That don't mean it's an open playing field. Make sure I follow the rules of the school. All right. I think that's about it for that. Yeah.
How much are they this year?
$10. I like every year. $10.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Somebody put that.
Huh? No, that was Yermak making a joke. And Yermak can see it. What joke this turned into?
It's like it, sir.
You know what I mean? You had entire Israel thinking is $100 for one corsage.
It's a luck here.
All right. You finished? Come on. So,
Remind Akim and Aquatium to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and material. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. With that, men of Israel, I imagine.
Before we do Imadium, all right, put the just you before you do it, let's put the camera on the young man. Young man, you ready? Yeah, you're on mute.
Can no one can.
Yes, this is the time for you to run out the house. Yeah, sure. No, this year, Ark, you get this, and you decide to leave. The Lord coming this year. Because what you're fitting to get here, you're fitting to get a rebirth, a new name, right? Whatever your name was called in the past, you will no longer be called that. You will be called Akashka, which means brother of dawn. All right. And you mind if I tell him a little bit about you?
Go right ahead, Anawan.
You know what I mean? This brother here, boy, he's from the Bahamas. All right. Has I would say a small farm. You might say a big one, but he has a decent farm. You understand? That's why you call what? Brother of what dawn. You're always up early, sure. What time is it?
4 o'clock, Anawan.
Yeah. Break of dawn.
Break it dawn, yeah.
Yeah. Understand? And you earned that name. You know what I mean? Since the time you called and I spoke to you, you showed up to every class. You understand? Every class. And you showed discipline. You showed that order that's required to excel in this school. You understand? You showed it. And now, you know what I mean, your work paid off and you have this, you know what I mean, this glorious name. Right? So the brother going to show you right now how to write your name on the board. All right?
Gone.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. Back on right there, yeah. See it? Go back a little bit. That's it right there. Go back a little bit so you can see it. So Aka Ashka.
Aka Ashka.
Mm-hmm. No. Sorry. Say. Yes. No. Sorry. Yeah. Kashka. That's it, brother. Well done. So, Lord will when you get to the Passover, to make it official, that oil has to be poured on your head. Oil has to be poured on your head. Okay? You cannot leave without that oil being poured on your head. All right?
Come
on. No, we're going to do the press. Oh, we're going to do the press. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No. He's gonna do the Hebrew and the English. So you're gonna say Amadium, Wapanya, Hapoda.
Imagine Wapanya Akodam, which means turns and face the east. Yabaraka. Salaki, sir. Oh, the Lord's Prayer.
No. You're right. Salaki. Yo, oh yeah, the oil. Yeah, you're right. No. Let's do the Lord's Prayer. When he comes in, we're gonna have to do the oil.
Okay, Most High in Christ, sir. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Thaba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashemayim, Natanlanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawum, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawath Yanawa, Wala'ah, Tabia Ayanawa, Messiah 1, Abor, Awishayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwith, Waha'ala, Wahathraparith, La'Iwalumium, Aman.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Pray for the power of the cock. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Baba Kashah, Natanlanawa, Hakak, La Para'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Ha Matazarayam, Hakak, La Haquium, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Rarakawath, Hatama'ala, La Garashan, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, the water Aman.
Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Pray for the blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai. Why Mayaka Allah. Allah Hayim. Matazabiyah. Allah Wap Yahana. Ha Allah Wapium. Ha Saranyam. Ha Kotazayanyam. Ha Koyayoyam. Waha Kwatian. Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Tawada Aman.
Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, Commander General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. We're going to say a prayer for the curses. Bless you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nation and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street. Open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channel, and the radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that had done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. Always. So be it.
Men of Israel. Sister, you start, which means to be seated. Water. Men of Israel. Saw turning face to teacher. Men of Israel. We give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel. Imajim Shabbat. Imajim Barak. Yahweh Men of Israel, we give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Shema. Yajumata. Class dismissed.